Oh, shuck, listen, Brian, come over here. Sit next to me, please.
It's oh shock, Missy.
Oh, shock, Missy, yeah.
Yeah.
So, welcome to Lisbon, welcome to Portugal. And maybe because I'm an actor, I would like to start this meet and greet, not with your career as a musician, as a singer, as a songwriter, but as an actor, because you started when you were 8 years old.
This is true.
This is true. Oh, it's going to be yes or no.
We're going to go to that acting.
Oh my God, no, please. Help me here. But the interesting thing is that you played the same role for almost 10 years. For an actor, that's almost like eternity, you know?
It is. It was half my life by the time I finished, because I was 17 when I finished playing that role. It was a TV soap in Ireland called Fair City, and I don't know, what do you think of Fair City?
It's great.
Oh, it's great, I love it.
It's a very Dublin thing, you know. It's set in Dublin City in a fantasy town called Carrickstown, and there's a lot of drama. So I was kind of that teenage child, so I went through like a sex scandal as like a underage sex thing. There was conflict between my parents in the show. So I'm surprised I came out of it with my sanity. But I was there for 9 years, yeah.
So you didn't live your real life, but you kind of lived it there, so...
I kind of lived a double life. I kind of lived 2 lives.
Yeah, but you were like, okay, enough calling the producers, kill me, I want to play different roles, I want to be in other projects. You were a bit tired of it?
No, I actually, the reason why I left is I got an opportunity to join a band when I was 17, and I was promised everything. Like in the music industry, people come to you and they'll say, oh, well, we're going to put loads of money into you, we're going to get the best studios and all this type of stuff. So they promised me this lifestyle, so I left school and I left my acting job to pursue the music, because music was my actual passion at the time.
Yeah.
And then after a year, I kind of realized, you know, these guys weren't really honest in their promises. And I went back to school. But then I kind of found a love for writing, and I started writing songs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah, there you go.
So Ireland is Ireland, of course, and you know, with the most wins Eurovision Song Contest, 7.
Oh, there's the lads.
Oh, hi.
Come on, Ireland!
So you won in 1970, 80, 87, 92, 93, 94, 96.
Doing your research. Doing your research.
No, I like Eurovision very much. Actually, I really like. And I have to quote you here, because you said that you are very proud, because you're representing Ireland, and you plan doing Ireland proud by bringing a song and performance to Eurovision that we haven't seen since the days of Rock and Roll Kids. And that was 23 years ago. You said that because it's your favorite Eurovision song ever, or is there any other reason for it?
I really admire that song for being an honest story, and I actually got the chance to sit down with Charlie McGettigan and Paul Harrington last week in RTE, and I was chatting with the guys, and it was just such a surreal moment. We played Rock and Roll Kids, and I sung a 3rd part harmony on top of it. For me, that song is just like an honest depiction of nostalgia. And it doesn't sound sad, you know. Charlie was saying to me that he's asked to perform that at weddings, but it's a sad song, you know. It's like longing for what you had in the past. So it's what we have with this song. It's quite similar. We've got an up-tempo feel, but the lyric is quite sad, you know. And that's kind of what I try to do as a songwriter, is create a contrast between the music and the lyric that shows the good and the bad that can occur within relationships.
Can we ask you to sing us a little bit?
Sure, if the girls will sing it with me.
You like Rock and Roll Kids? Oh, let's introduce...
Rock and Roll Kids?
Yeah, no, we're together. We will just do a showcase here.
Yeah, I wish I brought my guitar. I should have brought my guitar, but we could do a bit of together.
A cappella.
Huh?
A cappella.
We were the Rock and Roll Kids. Rock and roll was all we did, listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine, and that was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll anymore.
Oh.
song, yeah.
Yeah, it's really a beautiful song. Now, let's introduce I always forget that part. Who do we have on stage?
So, we've got Alan, one of Ireland's best dancers at the moment. And then we got Kev, who's actually in London at the moment, but he's another Irish dancer. We've got everyone's Irish on the team. And then we got Remy, beautiful vocalist. We got Janet Grogan, who's been at Eurovision before. So is Alan. And then we got Claire Ann at the bottom.
Hey, welcome. Now, I would just like to ask a final question, because then they have the opportunity to ask their questions about your performance, because songs and your song as a story. And on stage, I was watching your rehearsal, and sometimes I go Pikachu. You know, that's Israel actually. But you are singing, and you are looking at the lady playing the piano. So that's a story. But then there's another story on stage. They are dancing around what could be a garden bench, I don't know. And when you released the music video, okay, it was just them. So, oh, this is just a song about two guys. No, this could be a song about whatever, whoever. And what is the story you are singing on stage? Your story, their story, everyone's story?
So the idea from the beginning was to show that love is love, no matter whether that's between two guys, two girls, or a girl and a guy. So what we decided is, when we picked the two guys, they were chosen because they're the best two dancers that I know. And they've got good chemistry, they've known each other for a long time. And when I released the video, I realized that not a lot of people think along the same lines as liberals do in Ireland. And there was a little bit of controversy surrounding there being two guys. So what I wanted to bring to the stage was, it could be two guys, or it could be me and Claire Ann, or it could be anything, but love is love in the end of the day, and there's ups and downs. As you see in the performance, the two guys are resting their heads against each other, and it's kind of this kind of unsure moment in the relationship, but then they're dancing and they're having a good time. So it's to show that journey and the ups and downs that love can bring.
Oh, thank you. And the good thing, it's for all of us.
It's for everyone, yeah, of course. You know, it's important to kind of show that there's not enough gay videos, let's say, or everything seems to be between a guy and a girl these days, and that's just not the modern world that we live in. So I think it's good to just give that a little bit of an acknowledgement.
That's right, thank you. Now, you, oh my God, you over there.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
My name is Michael and I'm from EurovisionBulgaria.com. We all know that Ireland hasn't qualified for the grand final until 2013. Does this put pressure on you?
I don't think it puts pressure on me. I think it puts pressure on the head of delegation.
That's a good answer.
We have a job to do. We have to go up there and have fun and perform the song that was chosen and to represent the country. And I think as long as we can do that and get our job done, people will be able to receive it and know that we're having a good time. I think that's the most important thing. But I probably should feel pressure and nerves, but I don't, because I'm just really enjoying the process. I think I speak for everyone when I say that. We're all just having a really good time. So yeah, no pressure, no pressure.
Thank you very much. Next question. Yes, over here. Please. Okay.
Hi Ryan, Alistair Birch from Europhile.
Hi.
There are a lot of socially conservative countries in Europe still. In Eurovision, we publish the votes of the jurors with their names and their exact votes, which is, it's not a secret ballot. What would you say to the public in maybe the socially conservative countries who would like to vote for your song but are a bit concerned?
Well, I think that's quite political, and I would just say to remember that, you know, the world is moving forward, and you've got two options. You either stay where you are, or you move with the times, and that would be my answer. pretty much.
And a very good answer. No, really. Next question. Here. The mic.
Thank you so much. Kirill Perepelkin, Getaraka, Mordovia, Russian. Some months ago you tweeted about ban of your video in Russia. Where you got this information? Is it fake news or you have any facts about it? Thank you for answer and good luck in competition.
Thank you very much. So as we all know, there's a lot of things that get thrown around Twitter, and I saw this video and it was basically a news report. And actually my mom sent it to me. She's like, Ryan, check this out. They're thinking of banning your video in Russia. So I saw the video and it basically said because of Russia's anti-gay propaganda that the video mightn't be shown. So I shared it. So it was just news that came to me, and then I passed it on to my followers. So whether that was fake news or not, I don't know. But it was a news story that came out and I just passed it on, relaying the information. Okay.
Next question. Yeah, over here now. The mic, please. Oh, it's you. Hey, honey. How are you?
Hello, Ryan and Irish team.
Hello, how are you?
I'm Sebastian from Destination Eurovision Poland. First of all, before I ask, I would like to tell you that I like your song so much. It's put my emotional strings, I really like it. Great job.
Thank you very much.
Still, I want to some kind of continue the last question, because I also trying to see for your social media activity. And I saw this news about this probably banned video on the Russia, but it was taken from the YouTube channel with 120 people, and after that we saw your photos with some face changes with Vladimir Putin, etc., etc. And I'm really a bit confused. This is your idea to make some kind of social activity, or you just were standing? Of course, we are everything not agree for humiliating any people because of his sexual orientation. We are agree about that for sure. But these pictures, these moves, you are trying to make some concern about LGBT situation, or you try to make some, I'm sorry that I'm asking about that, but are you trying to make some commercial for your song and try to put it, elevate it maybe more in social media and Eurovision fan zone?
No, it's a good question, and I think since the video came out, it's good that this conversation has started, because a lot of the questions seem to be about these socially conservative countries that are involved in Eurovision, and I think when it comes to creating an art piece, I always think you gotta think, how are you going to move people? How are people going to feel when they watch it or when they listen? That's all I tried to do with the video, and I think once you're creating a conversation by putting out your art, then I don't think you're doing anything wrong. So yeah, that's my answer. Thank you.
More questions. Now about the song, yeah, over here, please. It's a songwriter about nucleus, is nucleus the right?
Yeah, the nucleus, yeah.
Michael from Eurovision.com. This is my daughter and we live in Nebraska, and I guess what I want to ask you is, well, I was stalking on you on Facebook. You have a lot of pictures from St. Louis and Minnesota and flyover states. So it's very unusual for someone to come to these states. Can you tell me what that was all about?
Yes, I was on tour from the start of January up until like mid-March. I just learned that I'd be coming to Eurovision, so I'd already taken this job on tour with a group called Dublin Irish Dance. So it's like a 16-piece performing tour that goes all across the states. I think we went to 35 different states or something like that. So we got to see all different places in the States, and it was a really good experience. Actually, our sound engineer is with us on this tour, so I got to meet a lot of cool people, and a lot of the cast will be coming over. We became such a tight-knit group that a lot of the cast will be coming over here to see me perform, to see me. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. I haven't seen them since the tour, so that was the reason for being over in the States.
Yeah, cool. Next question. You already asked one? No? Yeah? May I give the opportunity? Okay, thank you very much. Yes, please.
Hello Ryan, Keith Mills from Ireland, one of the Irish fans here. 17 years ago, I was in a similar room like this. I was asking questions of the Irish Eurovision representative, Gary O'Shaughnessy.
Oh yeah.
And he's your uncle, I believe. So I was just wondering, have you spoken to him, and has he given you any advice in terms of how to handle the Eurovision bubble, the media, stage tips or whatever like that, just to get you familiar with what goes on in the contest?
Yeah, I think my uncle Gary is a little bit, he's actually my godfather as well. I'm very close to Gary, and he's jealous that I'm getting a lot more things than he did when he represented Ireland. You know, I'm after getting a pair of Gucci runners. You know, he never got that. So I think he's more jealous than he is than anything else. But he's been giving me a few bits of advice, and the advice I got from Charlie McGettigan and Paul Harrington as well was just enjoy it and enjoy your time with the people you're here with. And I'm trying to take that on board as much as I can. But yeah, Gary he's got a very dry sense of humour. So he basically said to me, just don't try too hard, because I think he feels like he might have tried too hard when he went and sung 17 years ago. So that was a good little piece of advice, I think. Thanks, Keith.
Final question. Oh my God, what should I do? You go. And then you answer about the tattoo, if you
What
want.
about my group? Any questions for these lovely people?
Actually, I have a question about the song. It's JP from Radio International. Can you tell us what was the motivation for co-writing this song and how you went about to write this song together with Laura and Mark? And how long did it take for you?
Yes, so Laura Elizabeth is a good friend of mine for years, and so is Mark Kaplis, but we hadn't written together before. I like to co-write. My very first EP, there were just songs written by me, but then I soon found out that co-writing was the best way to, collaborating with different writers is the best way for ideas to ferment. And the Nucleus is a songwriting hub in Ireland, and they brought myself, Laura and Cappy in to the hub in Dublin, and we were told to, maybe try and write a song about togetherness. And I basically wrote the first couple of lyrics in a coffee shop just waiting for the guys to arrive, and it was all about just drifting like two icebergs, and that was kind of the theme, because when two icebergs are drifting, it's kind of like you need the tides to turn in order to get them back together. So that was the first idea, and then Mark and Laura helped to really get that going, and the song was written in about an hour. So and I said to Charlie, again, to mention Charlie McGettigan, I told him this, and he said, yeah, well, the best ones usually are, so the best ones come very quickly, with less thought and more flow.
You have anything to ask them? Maybe River Dance for us? I don't know.
I'd like to ask the guys a question. How do you feel the reaction has been since the video, and how do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's great. I just think it's universal, and it kind of covers every aspect of love. Because personally, I'm gay, and I think it really stands out in that aspect. And then the whole thing you were saying about you and Claire with the piano, it kind of ties in that way as well. I love it. I think it's a great response, and it's a lovely message for the modern world.
Yeah, I think just to echo what you said, once you're provoking some conversation about things, I just think that's the best way for everyone to move forward and hear other people's ideas, and just, yeah. So I think that's the best thing that we've done with the video, is just provoke that.
And that's what you felt when you said that you wanted to perform an honest piece on the Eurovision stage.
Yeah, it was important, and I've said
You
this.
said that, didn't you?
Yeah, and I've said this before with Salvador last year.
I was going there.
Was a huge inspiration for me to want to get involved. I think since my uncle Gary performed for Ireland 17 years ago, we haven't had much success, and I think Salvador kind of opened the door to the older realm of it being a lot more about the song than about the.
So you think music is not fireworks, music is feeling, that's what Salvador is.
Exactly, and that was all feeling. So that's what I want to try and connect with the audience this time, and make them feel what I'm feeling when I'm performing.
That was the moment you decided you want to come to Eurovision?
Yeah, my mom has been saying for years as a songwriter, enter a song, and I haven't in the past maybe 5 or 6 years of being a professional songwriter. So this year it was a no-brainer because I think it's really Salvador's turned the Eurovision on its head, and if a song like that can win and people can connect to that, then I think we have a chance of
You learn how to sing, you know how to, how, oh my god, you know how to sing Salvador's song?
I don't know the lyrics, I'm terrible with language, but the melody is just so weird. It's just beautiful.
Ryan from Ireland, thank you very, very, very much. It's a wrap.
Thank you.
It's Ireland.